The Connersville Spartans, the Newcastle Trojans meet for the sectional championship. From Newcastle Fieldhouse, it's the game of the week on TV3. The Spartans, the Trojans, high school championship basketball on TV3. Meeting for the second time this season at Newcastle Fieldhouse on the campus of Newcastle High School, the Connersville Spartans play the Newcastle Trojans in the championship game of the sectional. Welcome everybody to TV3's Game of the Week. With Ron Wiley, this is Fran Schummel, and we are at what is called the finest and largest high school fieldhouse in the world, with a seating capacity of nearly 9,500.
That's unbelievable. I mean, this place is awesome. Of course, ours was first. I got to keep remembering that ours was first.
Okay, you're right. We opened in the late 1950s, and Newcastle followed shortly after. And for some strange reason, they wanted to build one larger than Connersville.
That's right. That's unbelievable. And I tell you what, Fran, these two teams carry a rich tradition with high school basketball. They are the epitome. They are the true definition of high school basketball. And for them to play in this field house for this sectional championship, you couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Right, you're right, Ron. To reach tonight's sectional finals, the Spartans defeated Greenfield Central 50-40. Newcastle won over Pendleton Heights 89-69, and Mount Vernon from Fortville 85-76. Season records are the Spartans 20-5. Newcastle is 17-7. One of those Spartan wins was a 75-66 victory over the Newcastle team, January the 19th. That was played here on the Newcastle floor. Going into this game, Connersville's offensive average is 51.8 points. Newcastle's is 67.1. The Spartan defensive average is 42.4. Newcastle's is 59 points a game. In the tourney, though, Newcastle's offense average is 87 points and defensive average is 72.1. But Ron, a high-powered offense against a team that plays and spells defense in capital letters, the Spartans.
Oh, not only capital letters, these letters flash and shine. I mean, we have played solid defense. Our defense, they say defense wins ball games, and they have, but our offense has risen to the occasion as well. And when we played here on the floor back January 19th here in this field house, we were down 12 at one point late in the ball game, and we fought back and won by, 10 or 11. And, a couple factors of this ball game, Fran, is that this is the third game of the week for Newcastle.
Yes.
This is their third game of the week. This is our second. Newcastle played a very, very physical Mount Vernon team. They physically beat us up back when they beat us on the Spartan floor. Mount Vernon did, and then that carried over to our next game. So how beat up, how tired is Newcastle? And the fact that our boys have beaten Newcastle here on this floor, they're not intimidated, they're excited. Again, not trying to sound biased, but right now Connersville, I think, is the favorite.
Give us the starting five, Ron.
Yes, for Newcastle, they are led by Andrew Garrett. He's a 5'9 senior. He's at one of the guard position. He's at number 4. David Frogel is a 5'11 junior. He's number 10 at one of the guard positions. Spencer Ogle is a 5'8 senior. He's number 11. Mason Gillis is a 6'5 freshman. He's He's number 32. And Titan Bennett is a 6'6 junior, number 45. And for the Connersville Spartans, they are led by Chandler Graves. He's a 6-foot senior. He's number 11 at one of the guard positions. Garrett Silcox, a 6-foot sophomore. He's number 12. And Tyler Billups rounds out the trifecta of guards for the Connersville Spartans. He's a 6'2 senior, number 24. In the front court for the Connersville Spartans, Grant Smith is a 6'4 junior, number 48, one of the forward positions. And the janitor, Bo Isaacs, is 6'3". He's a junior. He's number 52 for the Spartans.
Thanks, Ron. Connersville's last sectional championship was in 1997. Newcastle's last sectional win was in 2008. The Spartans will be in their traveling red uniform tonight, and Newcastle will be in the home whites. Tip-off is just minutes away here in this championship game at Newcastle. The Spartans and the Newcastle Trojans. and thanks for joining us here on TV3. Final Mail return with a tip-off. Right now, though, let's take this break on the TV3 Game of the Week. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to TV3 and our coverage of the sectional finals from Newcastle. The Spartans and the Newcastle Trojans are to begin this ball game, and Ron, these fans are already into a frenzy.
Yeah, they are. I tell you what, before the boys came out, the cheerleaders were booed on the way. Our cheerleaders were booed on the way into the locker room. I mean, this is what it's all about, though. This is for school pride. This is for community pride, and no hard feelings. Whoever walks out of here with their heads hanging low, you want to congratulate the team that does win. We're hoping it's us.
Starters for the Spartans again: Graves, Silcott, Phillips, Smith, Isaacs, and for Newcastle, Garrett, Froedge, Ogle, Gillis, and Bennett. We're ready for the opening tip in the center circle. For the Spartans, number 40, Smith, and for Newcastle, number 32, that's Gillis. He's 6'5" and a freshman.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
It is.
Good news for Newcastle.
Tip is controlled by the Spartans. Billups grabs the ball, and the Spartans will have the first shot of this ball game.
Last night we kind of got out hustled for about 2.5, 3 quarters. We need to really start hustling and out muscling right away. That's not a good pass.
Bad pass by Billups, and the first turnover of the ball game, and unfortunately it goes in the Spartans' side of the ledger.
One of the things that we have been so good at all season long is coming back and keeping our heads and keeping our cool.
There's Spencer Ogle, their point guard, gives off to another guard, number 10. That's Froedge. And now they go to number 4, the third guard of the lineup, Garrett. From the corner, an open shot. It's a 3, and it's put in by number 11, Spencer Ogle.
That was a nice open shot right there from Spencer, and boy, the Newcastle crowd, their kids, they're going crazy over there. Again, a frenzied excitement, electrical field house.
Graves, the ball handler for the Spartans as they set up the play. In the corner is Billups. Tyler, number 24, out to Grant Smith, number 40. Isaacs, number 52, getting ready for one of his three-point shots, but decided not to take it.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't, but, again, nobody was underneath. If he would have taken it, nice defense so far from Newcastle.
Silcott has the ball, absolutely. Graves gets underneath, puts it up, misses the shot, a fight for the rebound, touched last by Connersville, and the Spartans unable to connect on their first shot.
Yeah, that, again, that was what plagued us the start of the first half last night, and again, the start of the second half is that, we started off very cold.
Yes.
Again, this is not panic move for the Spartans.
Nice steal by Billups for the Spartans. A turnover by...
Yes!
That's Grant Smith driving down and jamming it up and in for the Spartans' first basket of the ball game.
Yeah, normally Grant's a two-handed slammer, but he, one-handed it right there, and I think Janitor's getting called on that one.
A shooting foul called against the Spartans, and Newcastle will be at the line. Number 32, Gillis, will have a couple of free throws.
Yeah, it was a nice drive inside there from Gillis, and Bo just got a little bit of him, just enough to disrupt the shot and get him at the line. That's terrible.
It's an air ball almost, wasn't it? Well, the fans from Connersville, he's facing their cheer block, and they think that's great success. We'll keep it up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're throwing the Yamaha
trying to distract him.
Yeah, that's not good either.
That one misses also, and Isaacs grabs the rebound for the Spartans.
Boy, I tell you what, this is high school basketball at its finest. We talked about that in the pregame, and both cheer blocks are just going crazy.
Now the Spartans will set up the defense, and they are patient in their shots. A very disciplined team.
Well, we scored, 75 points on this floor against Newcastle. They give up a lot of points. 59 points. That's giving up a lot of points, and our defense is a whole lot better than their defense, so, we got to exploit that. And
here's Silcott. Almost a couple of guys on him. Garrett throws a pass across court. Nobody there to get it for the Spartans, and it's out of bounds to Newcastle. The second turnover for Connersville.
Yeah, that was a forced turnover. Both turnovers have been a forced turnover. We talked about, our defense being better right now. Newcastle's defense playing much better than ours.
Trojans on the attack. There's a three put in by their guard number 10, Pro Edge. They go up 6-2.
Well, Fran, I always talk about the fact that if they're going to sink all these threes right now, eventually the lid's going to close. We just got to be patient and not panic. Get inside.
Yes, we saw this in the Spartans game.
Yeah, that's
one
in.
Foul. They're going to get Silcott the basket.
Yeah.
He'll be at the line.
I tell you what, Garrett, I love that kid right there. He's a streaker. Watch him right here. He doesn't hesitate when he gets the ball. He sees it open and he just goes right in there. He gets the contact and. Wow, I'm surprised that they got it because usually it's a continuation.
He bumped the defender right out of the way and gets the call.
I tell you what, I'm amped up, Fran. I'm excited.
I'm a nervous wreck, to tell you the truth.
What's that?
He scores the free throw and pulls within a point. Connersville down by 1. Newcastle has the ball.
I again didn't see the game last night against Mount Vernon, but it's a physical game when you play that team. And right now Newcastle doesn't want to get into a physical contest with us because this is their third game of the night or the week.
Shot from out, which is nice rebounding. Graves. The Spartan gives to Phillips to Smith. Grant up court. Drives it down, feeds back out. Oh, nice pass work.
Yeah.
Isaacs goes to Graves in the corner. Back out to Bowe. Smith in three-point land. Decides not to try the shot. Will drive the lane. Stops at 10 feet. Puts it up. Traveling called on Grant.
Yeah, Grant's not liking that call, but that was a walk right there. Unfortunately, he tried to do a fadeaway, but kind of skidded those feet there a little bit.
Newcastle ball, the turnover. Number 4, one of their guards.
That's bad.
Whips off the fingertips of Pro Edge along the edge line, and it's out of bounds to the Spartans. These kids got to be nervous here tonight.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous for them. So
I know
they're nervous too. Yeah,
you can just tell it in their play.
Yeah,
they're uptight and everything.
Yeah, both teams uptight. Both teams have made some good plays. I mean, the threes have sunk for Newcastle so far. They've only missed one.
The Spartans trying to penetrate the defense of this Newcastle squad. They play defense like the Spartans do.
Yeah, they've got good defense.
There's Isaacs with a 3-point
nice hustle there for Chandler. Again,
that was beautiful. Rebound.
Yeah, that was beautiful hustle for Chandler right there to keep it going.
There's Smith trying a shot. Won't go, and number 45 grabs the rebound for Newcastle. That's Bennett. And here's a shot from out, which is good. A three-pointer put in by Garrett.
I mean, that's all their points are the three-pointers. And again, eventually the lid's going to close up.
Here's Silcott down.
Beautiful! Oh my God!
Fouled.
I mean, this kid, does he have wings or what? What a beautiful play there from Garrett, from his weak hand right there, as they almost took out our camera guy right there.
That foul was on Ogle, and the free throw shooter is Silcott. Garrett fires, hits. Spartans trail by a point. The lineup change, 6 points for Silcott.
Yeah, he's got two drives.
A new guy in the lineup for Newcastle, and picking up in number.
I don't know who at 32.
Number 3 came in, Luke Bumbalaw, and number 4, Garrett went out.
Another freshman in Bumalo right there. I mean, I want to say he had a sibling nerves. I know that we played against a kid with that last name, so he's a freshman. He's excited. This is his first sectional, and it's a championship game. And there's another
bad
turnover.
Pass by Newcastle. So
got to make them pay.
Yes, if the Spartans can capitalize on the turnover.
Got to capitalize. I
down
mean,
by a point.
It just seems like every possession that we have, every possession that they have is important.
Absolutely, vitally important. Spartans on the attack.
Oh, beautiful! Oh my gosh!
The feed from Silcott to Grant Smith, and the Spartans go up, and the Spartan fans go crazy.
Yeah, they are going ballistic.
4 points for Smith. Now Newcastle behind for the first time. Traveling called on the Trojans ball handler.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Out of bounds to Connersville.
The momentum clearly on the Spartan side. And, you know, I know it's early. We got 2:09 left or 2:08 to go in this quarter. We definitely need to keep the momentum. And, you know, this is the sectional championship. If you have a dagger, get it out.
Now play our game.
Yeah.
Billups to Smith. He's behind the free throw circle. Work to Billups. Grant starts to drive down.
Walked again.
Walking again on Grant.
Yeah, Grant has that extra step that Zebra's trying to tell him. Grant's not paying attention. Well, now he's looking at him. Zebra's telling him what he's doing wrong.
Now Newcastle's attempt to score on a turnover as their guards will bring it up court. This is Bumbelow.
Yeah, again, we can't have those mistakes right there. I mean, it looked like there was a few times where Grant walked and didn't get called. You know, we got to, you know, again, we got the lead. It's keep it.
There's number 4 drop,
nice.
Trying a shot from the baseline, missing. Spartans grab the rebound, controlling the boards pretty well.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we've been key all year long is the.
There's Billups out to Silcott. He'll try a shot, which is missed. Fight for the rebound. Newcastle has it. Bringing ball up court. Setting up the play. Spartans on a man-to-man defense. Number 4 drives the baseline. Feeds off. There's a jumper which is missed.
Oh, wow, that hit hard.
Yeah, you could hear that up here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Newcastle ball hit the floor. Smith drives down.
Beautiful job.
Got it. Gets around the defenders and scores. For 6 points for Grant Smith.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Grant on the average is 11.7 on the season.
Yeah, he's had, you know, the one-handed dunk, the alley-oop, and now that easy drive right there. You know, he's 100%.
Spartans up by 3. Newcastle with the ball will go for the final shot of the first period.
Yeah, and I would almost guess that they're probably going to do a 3 to try to tie it. At least that's what I would think that they would do, but who knows?
Seconds ticking off.
Got to force a miss, got to force a turnover.
Spartans putting a little bit of pressure on.
Yeah, don't want them to score at all. Keep the momentum.
Down to 10 seconds, 9, 8.
Because they get the ball to 7. Start this second.
Oh yeah. Throw it away.
We have 4 seconds to go.
Newcastle tosses one into the stands.
Yeah.
And with 4.4 seconds on the clock, Spartans will inbound in backcourt.
Noah's in right now. Noah's, of course, a 3-point threat.
Here comes Smith up court.
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah! Slams one in. And we have played a quarter here tonight, folks. And the Newcastle Fieldhouse sectional title game. And at the end of 8 points, it is Connersville 14 and Newcastle 9. Let's stop for this on the TV3 Game of the Week.
I am for the child who's had 7 addresses in a single year because she's in foster care, because her father abused her, and her mother couldn't believe her. She is the child I am for. I am a CASA volunteer. I am you.
Second quarter getting underway. The Spartans with a lead of 5 after the first 8 minutes of play. Newcastle will inbound since the Spartans won the opening tip.
You know, that's why that was very, very, very important that we stopped them with that last, because they got the ball.
Number 3, Bumbelow, is freshman guard for this varsity squad from Newcastle. He handles the ball. Gets to his running mate at guard, Andrew Garrett.
You know, again, Newcastle has not been able to get inside at all, and, you know, they've been taking those threes and they've hit them, but, you know, that's all they've gotten so far. They just have not gotten inside.
Turnaround jump shot is missed by number 45 of Newcastle. That was Bennett, and Connersville has the rebound. Drives down, Smith scores. Going along the right side, and he's at 10 points already. The Spartans 16 and 9 for Newcastle.
I mean,
here come the Trojans. Another bad play by Newcastle. They tried a pass intercepted by Connersville. Spartans up court.
Again, every time that they give us the opportunity, we have to make them pay.
There's Smith with the ball, giving out to Isaacs. Now Billups. Spartans apparently going to work the ball a little bit. We're in the first half of play here at Newcastle. Here's Silcott driving along the baseline, feeding out. Spartans continue to hammer the ball. Grant Smith has just hit a three-pointer. And it is 19-9. The Spartan fans stand up, encouraging their team. Smith with 13 points.
That's just, this kid is just, he's a one-man wrecking crew. Him and Garrett tonight. The defense, look at that right there. That's hustle. There's
a held ball. Nice defense by the Spartans.
Yeah.
And it will be Connersville ball, I believe, the possession arrow.
Yeah, this is an incredible run that we're on. And again, we didn't have the hustle last night for a while. Now we've got it back and some more.
But explain about the held ball. It used to be called a jump
ball, right?
But they've done away with that, and now they have
possessions.
Possession, and the alternates back and forth. Mm-hmm. So that's the reason it's called a held ball now instead of a jump ball.
Yeah, and right now the possession arrow is with Newcastle. So if there's a held ball, that's why they put their fingers up like a jump.
Right. The lineup change. 52 leaves the ball game. Isaacs for the Spartans, and he's being replaced by number 50, Dustin Hoffman.
Dalton.
Dalton Hoffman. That's right, Dalton
Dustin,
Hoffman.
Yeah, he's
right. The collision of players. What's the official going to rule?
Yeah, I'm not sure what they said on that. I don't know if that's going to be
coming up on somebody.
Yeah, it's going to be on Dalton.
Okay, Dalton Huffman commits a foul as he comes into the game. Dalton is a 6'3" junior for CHS.
Yeah, see right here what happened on that. I don't know where. Well, it looked like it was between Chandler, but they called Dalton.
So yes.
Yeah, that's where I was kind of confused on that. But both teams, only 2 fouls on each side of the ball. Very, very, clean game, and it was a clean game for us yesterday.
Newcastle ball.
We had nobody in foul trouble.
Down by 10 points. Trojans working the ball against that Spartan defense.
You got to play this every defensive possession as if Newcastle's going to tie it or take the lead.
And it is.
Wow.
A three-pointer put in by Pro Edge.
Who was that?
I believe that was 10, wasn't it? Or was
I had 20. Yeah, no.
Okay, was it 20?
Yeah. They have 4 different guys with threes, but again, we have to take each defensive possession as if they're going to tie it. Yeah, that's
Smith driving in for a shot. There was a foul called on a Newcastle player.
Yeah, the Newcastle fans aren't liking that at all. They thought that Garrett may have taken a walk right there, but he was fouled.
Non-shooting foul, so the Spartans will be inbounding at their end of the court. Huffman will come out of the ball game, and Isaacs returns. Ball put in play at their end of the court by Connersville. They work it to Isaacs. Goes in for a shot, makes it, but it will be nullified because the foul was called before the shot.
Yeah, he reached in there on Bo before he got anything.
That's the 4th foul on Newcastle. Here's Silcott from the corner, missing on a shot, and the rebound grabbed off by number 35 for the Newcastle Trojans, number 32 rather. There's a shot from out by Newcastle, not good.
Slow it down.
And
good.
Smith starts up court, loses the ball momentarily. Graves picks it up, gives to
not a
teammate. There's a ball that is battered around, and see what this call's about.
Yeah, they're going to call Billups.
Billups on a foul.
Yeah. Call Billups in there for reaching in. It's again, sometimes when we get a little disheveled like that, that's when it seems like we kind of panic. We try to force it. Just got to calm down. And, again, we're up 7, and that's a good lead to have. That's
number 11 fires them out for Newcastle. Ogle misses, rebounding the Spartans. Nice rebounding by Connersville, Ron.
Yes, beautiful rebound.
Underneath,
there it is.
feed to Isaac, up and in by Bo. This is his first 2 points?
Yeah, that was Janet. Yeah, his first 2 points there for the janitor. Again, nice cleanup work right there for him.
Spartans out in front, and Newcastle tries another long shot, missed. The rebound goes to the Trojans, number 11. Shot is missed from out. Another rebound by Newcastle. Number 20 has the ball. That's Nia Williamson.
Yeah, it was nice hustle there for Newcastle right there to keep possession. But
there's a collision.
That may be our ball.
Rolls out of bounds, and the official will rule that it's Newcastle's ball.
Yeah, I see the replay right here, exactly what happened. It looked like it did go off Chandler.
Fans,
he may have touched it right there.
Spartans fans don't like that call.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he may have grabbed it last, but Chandler did touch it at one point and couldn't quite tell if, that would have been inconclusive right there, Fran.
Number 45 returns to the lineup. Bennett for Newcastle. Number 33, Pearson goes out. Shot from out by Newcastle. As you pointed out, Ron, the Newcastle team has to keep shooting from out. They just can't penetrate.
Yeah, we can.
There's a feed into Isaacs, and he has 4 points on a beautiful layup.
Yeah, you wondered when the janitor was going to get some of those points, and he's gotten them tonight, 2 in a row down there for us. And, again, we've got the inside game. They don't. And, I'd rather them shoot from 25 feet out.
Number 4 drives, feeds off to a teammate and tries one. It won't go in for the Trojans. They get the rebound this time.
He walked. Yeah, that was.
Steps called on the ball handler, Crow Edge.
Yeah, Crow Edge. I love how these kids, every time they're called for a walk, they what?
Officials really watching that tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are. I mean, Grant scared me a few times where it looked like he may have walked. Again, we're up here, 100 feet in the air, but.
Here comes Silcott walking the ball across the timeline. We're in the first half of play with just over 3 minutes remaining.
Tell you what, these kids are so blessed to be playing, just at, our home floor is the bowl, and then, of course, here. I mean, these kids are blessed. Both teams are blessed to have this type of facility.
Silcott. Isaacs back out to Silcott.
A good, patient offense right here.
There's Smith.
Oh, man, he scared me there. I thought he was going to take it.
Good pass work by the Spartans.
That's it. No.
Shot from the corner by Isaacs is missed. Tapped last by a Spartan, and it's out of bounds, Newcastle.
Yeah, they're calling Chandler.
That's Isaacs was in his favorite spot for that shot, but just off the rim.
Yeah, that is his spot right there from one of the wings. And Chandler gets called for his first foul. Even
Here
up on the fouls.
The Trojans bringing the ball across the timeline. This is Spencer Lowell. He's a senior at Newcastle High, 5'8", one of the guards. Trojans set up the play.
Again, that's probably one of the things that the Newcastle coaches want to talk about. That's their first inside point.
Got a man inside that time. They got the ball to him. And number 32 puts it up and in. That's Gillis.
Yeah, he's the tallest guy on the floor, and that's the first. I mean, they've had 2 other shots within 10 feet before and not made them, but that was the first, real good inside play that they've had all night long.
Lead is 9 for Connersville. They have the ball. Underneath to
that's just crazy.
Smith again, and the Spartans connect once again, and 15 points for Smith. Shot from out is good by number 32 for the Newcastle team. Gillis makes the Newcastle fans happy. That's his 5th point.
Yeah, that was a nice touch right there from him. You don't want him to get dangerously hot from outside and then plus get inside as well.
Connersville ball. Chandler Graves. Isaacs pulled out right now. Comes out to Smith. Juanita Smith-Hawkeron looks like
and that's what.
Nope, they're not. Isaacs fires and misses from just behind the free throw circle.
Yeah, nobody was around to even get any glass on that. That's not a good pass.
Bad play by Newcastle as they let a pass get away, and the Spartans will get the ball with 55 seconds remaining, first half.
Yeah, that's the second time that they've had a pass where it just goes off the hands, and that's the second time that Frogos had kind of not a good pass. Actually, I think it was his 3rd. So, he's got a lot of nerves.
See if the Spartans wait for the final shot of this first half. Coach Carey Brown is up.
Oh, wow.
There's a whistle stopping play.
Yeah.
What are they going to call? Foul on Newcastle? Apparently.
Yeah.
On number 45, that's on Bennett, his first, team's fifth. Graves comes out of the ball game for the Spartans. And Noah Belt, a freshman, is in at a guard spot.
Noah's shooting right around the 45% mark from three, so, he's a threat.
25 seconds on the clock. Connersville with the ball and the lead.
We get the ball to start third, so, definitely want to score right here so we can get the ball coming out of the locker room.
Spartans trying to extend an 8-point lead. Silcott drives down, puts it up, shot missed. He was fouled.
Yeah,
Silcott with a couple of free throws coming.
Yeah, good. I like the way he drives. I mean, he just sees a little bit of penetration there, and he takes it each and every time. He's never afraid to drive.
Foul is on Ogle, his second. Free throw is good by Silcott. Garrett shoots 85% from the free throw line. An 8.6 per game average on the season for this sophomore point guard. Second one is good. Spartans have the lead of 10. Here comes Newcastle.
No.
Shot at the buzzer is missed. And the first half ends, and the Connersville fans stand and cheer the Spartans as they leave the floor for the halftime break. The score is Connersville 27 and Newcastle 17. The Spartans put in 13 points in that second 8 minutes of play, and it was Newcastle scoring 9 points. So make it 8 points. We'll add it up right here. Or try to get it right,
Yeah, I just look at the screen. That's what they could tell is the
14-9 at the first break. Connersville ahead now 27-17. Ron, how about the individual scoring?
Yes, very good scoring for the Connersville Spartans. Obviously, we like what we have. But, Newcastle, they have 5 guys on the scoring board. Andrew Garrett, David Fogel, Spencer Ogle, and Nia Williamson. They each have 3 points. Mason Gillis has 5 points. Amazingly enough, Newcastle has 5 threes and only 1 2-point field goal. That's
really
amazing. Yeah. So I mean, they're hitting lights out for 3, but again, only got inside once for that that easy layup there from Gillis late in the second quarter. For the Connersville Spartans, they're led by Grant Smith, 15 points. Garrett Silcott has 8, and Bo Isaacs, the janitor, has 4 for the Connersville Spartans.
What do you think the coaches are saying at halftime?
Well, I tell you what, Newcastle definitely is Newcastle's coach is telling that they have to get inside. I mean, that's what they got to do. They got to get inside. They got to establish inside shot. They can't expect to live by the 3. Again, the old saying is you live and die by the 3. And right now, the 3's got them, 15 points of their 17, but they're still down 10. And for Carey, keep up the pressing, keep up the hustle, and keep getting inside. I mean, just keep doing what you're doing. Cut out the mistakes. We've made some mistakes. Luckily, Newcastle has been able to capitalize. Our defense has really been lights out, but we know we got to cut out some of those mental mistakes.
The sectional winner here at Newcastle tonight will advance to the regional at Southport on next Saturday. They will play the second game and play the winner of the Penn Davis and Southport game, which is going underway tonight at Southport. The other 2 teams whose sectional winners will move to the Southport Regional are at Indianapolis, the center of Indianapolis, and in that game Lawrence Central is playing North Central tonight. And then from Terre Haute comes the other team that will be feeding into the regional of Southport a week from today, and that will be Avon and Terre Haute South are in that final of that ball game. Again here tonight it is 27-17 in favor of the Spartans at the end of the first half of this sectional title game. Well, the fans are kind of relaxing for a few minutes during the intermission here. So we'll take a break here on the TV3 Game of the Week. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Second half of tonight's sectional title game at Newcastle about to get underway. There's the buzzer, and it is a 10-point lead for Connersville as we begin the second 16 minutes of basketball here tonight in the Newcastle Fieldhouse. Thanks for joining us, everybody, here on TV3. And it will be Newcastle ball.
I thought we got the ball, but apparently they get the ball, and that's fine. And one thing that, if I were Carey, I would tell the kids is that you still have to earn the title. You haven't got it yet. You still have to earn it. Half.
Ogle is the ball handler for the Trojans. Let's see if they've changed their strategy. Oh, they get inside, and number 32 puts the ball up and in, Gillis. That whittles a couple of points off the Spartans' lead. 7 points for the freshman from Newcastle. Connersville basketball. Smith is the ball handler.
You know, that's scary that kid's a freshman.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, we got to deal with him for another 3 years. Yeah.
Here come the Spartans trying to set up a play. Smith drives down, tries to put one in. It's missed. Loose ball put up and in by Billups. I'm wondering, Ron, if the coach of Newcastle has switched defenses on Smith to try to quiet him down here in the second half.
He would have to. I mean, that would be something that he would really need to do.
I would think so. I would think that'd be paramount to any success the Trojans may have.
Yeah, I mean, I would almost put Gillis on him, and again, right there, that's a nice flop, and he missed it, and then the ball went off one of our guys' foot right there. I think it was Grant's. Yeah.
Right. Newcastle has the ball at the end of the court, and they put it in the corner and hit a nice three-point jumper by Ogle from the corner. Newcastle, Ogle has 6 points. And they pulled within 7.
You know, again, another 3 from them, another 3 from Ogle. That's his second.
There's Smith stopping about 10 feet out, popping one up, but it's off the mark, and Newcastle grabs a rebound.
Yeah, that was
Trojans trying to stage a comeback here.
Yeah, and again, you expect that. You're going to expect them to come out hot. You're going to expect them to come out with a renewed sense of fire and urgency.
And a 2-point jumper put in by number 45. That's Bennett for Newcastle, and the Trojan fans like what they're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, they've been out of this ball game for most of this ball game, and now they're fired up. And you know, we just got to quiet them right here. Maybe Bo's going to do that.
Yeah, Spartans got it. A 3-pointer for Connersville's Bo Isaacs.
I tell you what, the janitor has all season long been a spark plug. He's been a firecracker. He's gotten us off this night. He's gotten momentum back. That was unbelievable.
Newcastle ball. Trojans setting up the play, getting a man a little bit inside. There's a shot which is missed. Newcastle fans thought there was a foul on the play. The officials said no. Connersville left court. Pass to Isaacs out of his reach, and it goes out of bounds on the turnover to the Newcastle Trojans.
Yeah, that was a nice, attempt there from Grant, and it just got just a little bit of the Newcastle guy's hand and just enough to disrupt Bo from getting it.
Spartans set the defense. Trojans up court. Number 4 is the ball handler, Andrew Garrett. Drives down, feeds off to teammate. There's a foul called, stopping play before the shot. Going to be on Connersville.
Yeah, Graves reached in.
The second on Chandler. Team's first of the second half. Ball put in play, almost bobbled by Newcastle, but not quite.
I tell you what, Chandler's defense is just phenomenal tonight. He's been very disruptive.
He's number 32.
They're calling that on Bo.
Called on the arm by Isaacs, and there'll be a free throw shooter at the line for the Newcastle team. This is their freshman, Mason Gillis, 6'5".
Yeah, I got a little bit of the hand right there.
Got a couple of free throws coming. Right now there's a short timeout being called.
And I believe this is like the first timeout we've had of this game so
I think
far.
So,
yeah.
right. It's taken by the Spartans. Carey Brown wants to talk things over with the Spartans, who are ahead 32-41 with 5 minutes left to play in the third period.
You know, we have an 8-point lead. That's a nice lead, but Carey's not liking the energy he's seeing so far out of the boys, and you know, just a little bit of nervous energy. Got to calm down, get back to the game plan, and you know, we may walk out of here victorious, but again, we still have 5 minutes in this quarter and then a whole another quarter. So a lot of ball game to play. Newcastle very prideful. They're not going to go down without a fight.
Yes, Spartans aren't playing with the enthusiasm we saw earlier. Right?
No, not at all. And again, that's probably why Carey called the timeout was, you know, hey, we got to get back into the swing of things.
Control this ball game.
Yeah. I mean, we've matched them. I mean, that, you know, we had a 10-point lead. Now we down to 8, but, you know, we haven't completely lost it.
Free throw is missed by Gillis.
They have not made a free throw all night long.
It's their third attempt.
Yeah, that was their third right there. And it was from Gillis.
They had 2 in the first half.
Yeah.
Second free throw is up, and this one is good. Their 25th point. 8 points for the freshman from Newcastle as they fall back on defense. A little bit of a one-on-one man-to-man pressure on Silcott as he brings it up court, but he's got it into front court, drives into territory, 2-point territory, comes back out, feeds to Isaacs. Now it goes to Billups. Tyler's been kind of quiet, hasn't he?
Yeah, Tyler's been quiet. He only has 2 points. You know, a definite mismatch inside with Grant Smith and number 11, Spencer Ogle.
With the ball to Smith along the baseline. Now to Graves, and Chandler was cut down as he went up for a shot. He'll be at the line.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Chandler was a little bit kind of disoriented where he was at with the ball, and he just realized, hey, I see the rim, I got to go up, and he drew the foul. Yeah.
The foul is on number 10, Pro Edge, his second, Newcastle. The free throw is good by Chandler Graves.
Yeah, I tell you what, every free throw during this tournament run, every free throw is important.
Every possession is important.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
Second free throw, good. 34-25, the lead is 9. It was 10 at halftime for the Spartans.
That guy's it.
Here's a guy.
Oh, wow.
Well, it looked like it was on its way, a three-pointer, but it come off, and up court comes the Spartans after
we got Bo's hurt.
And now we have a Spartan down. Isaacs, well, that's not good.
No, I didn't see what happened, but Bo's.
I don't know either.
Bo is hurt. We don't like that at all. We need him.
I don't know, was it a collision or just?
I don't know at all. I didn't see anything. I was following Grant, and Bo's not liking it at all.
No, the trainer is out there to check him out to see what happened.
Yeah.
He's trying to sit up, but he can't.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what part of the body he's hurt at. He's breathing pretty heavily. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. That's probably what happened.
The coach and the trainer will be helping him
it's
off.
his leg.
He's going to come off the ball game. He has his.
Don't like that at all.
Nothing serious. The fans are standing to applaud Bo.
Don't like that at all. Don't like to see the janitor being carried off right there. Where hopefully it's just a tweak, and
hope so. He can return.
Yeah, they'll ice it down. Maybe put some tape on it. I was hoping it was maybe got the wind knocked out of him. But when he put his arm around Carey and the trainer, that's. But, this is a team that one guy goes down, somebody else picks it up.
Noah Belt will be replacing him in the lineup. It will be Spartan ball. Billups will trigger it in. Goes into Silcott in the backcourt. Newcastle guy on him, but Silcott brings it up court. Goes all the way.
That's
it up and in.
That is unbelievable. I mean, it was like nobody decided to stop him.
Garrett has 10 points. He decided, I don't need to pass this off. I'll take it.
And that's a bad
pass.
pass.
There's a nice pass by Newcastle.
That's right.
That went out of bounds.
A nice pass for us. Yeah, I tell you what, now the faithful, I tell you, this is what this team's all about. You got Bo down over there, and Garrett was like, hey, you know what, we're a team.
Spartans fans are cheering. The Newcastle fans are sort of sitting on their hands.
They're not liking what they're seeing at all, and they came out pretty aggressive this quarter, and we pretty much shut them down.
See if that continues. Belt the ball handler, brings to Billups underneath.
Oh, beautiful.
A little bit too far under for Smith. Almost forced out of bounds, but he's able to pass the ball off and get out of danger along the baseline.
I'll tell you what, Ogle was just, pounding on Grant.
Spartans are going to reset. Here's Billups looking to Silcott.
Well, he's going in.
Garrett drives down, feeds off to Chandler.
Again.
He was fouled. He'll be at the line for 2 free throws.
I tell you what I love about Chandler Graves is that when he gets the ball inside, he really doesn't hesitate. Kind of did the head fake, but he had 2 guys on there chopping on him, and he got the foul, and he's got 2 more opportunities to score.
Spartans with their biggest lead of the night of 11 can make it maybe 12 and 13. Let's see. Shot is not good. Bounces out. Chandler ready for his second free throw. Here he comes. This one is good. Spartans by 12. Chandler with 3 points.
From this line.
And Newcastle has the ball. 3 from the line for, that's right, he had three or four free throws, right?
Yeah.
He missed one. Now Newcastle, nice fake by
they're going to call Tyler on
the
that.
ball handler, and he'll be at the line. He was fouled. Sit on.
Carey saying, hey, his hands were straight up. He's wondering why he got fouled. Connersville fans aren't happy at all. I didn't know. Wow,
that's on Billups, his second. And at the line is number 32, Gillis for Newcastle.
Huffman coming
free
in.
throws. First one is good. Here is Huffman coming in for the Spartans, and Belt will go out. We're in the third period here tonight. 3:03 on the clock. Spartans have the lead. Newcastle sends in Clay McDaniel, a 5'10 junior, and number 45, Bennett, will go out. Meanwhile, the second free throw coming up by the Newcastle boy, makes it. Spartans with a lead of 10 as they put the ball in play in backcourt. Here's Smith. Starting to drive. Feeds off to Billups. Tyler will try a 3 and got it.
I tell you what, one of the advantages of being up here is you see a shot like that go in. That was beautiful.
5 points for Tyler. Here's a shot from out by Newcastle, and nice rebounding by the Trojans.
Yeah, that was, I tell you what, I like that.
Number 4 drives down.
An offensive rebound. That's a push off right there. Again, nerves can affect you in a way that you overplay, and then nerves can affect you where you just make bad mistakes right there, and you can't push off.
Right. Spartan ball up 40-27.
The excitement could come down. It's easy to come down from the excitement. It's hard to build yourself off when you get those negative nerves in there, as Newcastle has right now, being down 13. And since this is a championship game, we just got to keep the foot on the pedal. That's man. That
He's
kid's
making
sick.
some circus shots tonight.
Yes, he is.
12 points for the guard for Connersville.
I like him. Yeah,
There's a timeout being taken by the Newcastle Trojans. It's a 30-second timeout.
They needed a timeout a long time ago. That was unbelievable that they're finally taking a timeout.
They are down 42-27. Ron, Newcastle has only lost 2 games on this score this year.
Yeah, we lost one at our floor against Mount Vernon. Of course, Mount Vernon comes here during the sectional, and they lose to.
One of those losses was to the Spartans.
Yeah.
And they lost only one other game, so they've been really successful on their home floor.
Yeah, they have. And, again, this is kind of a role reverse. When we were here last time, we were down pretty big and mounted a comeback and won. So, we got to remember that. Again, this is sectional play. It's not the time to take the foot off the pedal. You got to keep that on the floor.
Absolutely. Teams can come back. I mean, with that three-point shot, I mean, they can come back in a hurry.
Yeah, they sure can.
So as you say, the Spartans keep playing tough defense.
We haven't earned it until all zeros are on the floor.
A guy falling down, loose ball, picked up by Billups. The Spartans, he hurries it across the timeline, gives out to Smith, decides not to shoot.
That was a smart play.
Chandler Graves, out to Smith. About a minute and a half left to play in this half. Here's a little jumper by Smith, which was in and out. Shot by Newcastle, in and out. Fight for the rebound, loose ball. Finally, nobody's got it.
Ball.
Now they're going to call a held ball.
Oh, they called a foul, I think.
Did they?
I think they did. I think there was a foul.
See what the official, I don't.
Yeah. Or no, I think we called timeout.
Is that it? Okay,
yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay.
Boy, that was a beautiful play there. That's hustle right there. Look at Dalton. He's going to dive in there. Tyler's going to dive in there. I mean, we got all red all over the floor. It gets pushed back to Dalton, and then I think right there is where you see Dalton grab the ball, and he calls timeout, I think. Oh, no, Tyler does right there. That was beautiful. That's nice play. As soon as Tyler saw that Dalton had possession, it's time to call timeout. That's a senior right there. That kid, that was unbelievable.
1:20 on the three-quarter clock here at Newcastle tonight. Again, if you've joined us, it's the sectional title game at Newcastle between the Newcastle team and the Connersville Spartans.
Right there.
Moving on to the regional in Southport.
Right there. That was we would have had the ball if it would have been called a jump ball. We would have held ball. We would have had the ball. But again, you want to give that possession arrow up. You timeout, that's fine, but a possession arrow, you really want to hold on to that.
Spartans ball in play. Here's Silcott. Out to Billups. They almost tried to intercept the pass.
No, it's wide open.
Unsuccessful.
No, it's.
Yeah, the alley. Feed into Smith. Again, the Spartan fans. 17 points for Grant Smith.
That's almost rude. I mean, that was beautiful.
44 to 27. If anything can demoralize a team, Ron, I think that's the kind of play that can work.
Oh yeah, that kind of play right there, and
Meanwhile, we've got a foul called on the Spartan.
Yeah, that's going to be on Grant right there. Or no, they called Garrett.
Garrett Silcott picks up his first. That's the team's fourth. At the line for a couple of free throws is the Newcastle boy, and number 3 misses his first one. This is Luke Bumbalaw, 5'9" freshman at Newcastle High.
Not that as many free throws that they've taken, but they'd be closer. They've just been terrible missing the shots.
There's some dampness on the floor where all those players were fighting for the ball there a couple of plays ago. So a guy from the sidelines comes out with the towel to dry it up. Well, I don't think we ever mentioned that free throw, that three-point, that three-point arc is 19.9 feet from the basket.
Yeah.
So when a guy hits a three-pointer,
he's
at least 20 feet away from the basket.
Yep.
The second free throw is good. 28 point for Newcastle tonight.
I think NBA is 22, and we've seen Tyler shoot from that far. At 22, 23, we've seen Tyler shoot from way out there.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen 25, 30 feet. The court's 84 feet long.
Yeah.
So at the half line is 42 feet. So we've seen.
Oh, you used to make it from half court, didn't you?
Oh, yes, all the time.
I knew you did. Oh, here we go. Oh, that was beautiful.
Smith to Belt. Oh, shot up, missed. Fight for the rebound, won by the Spartans. Couple of players hit the floor.
Yeah,
There's going to be a foul on Newcastle.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play there. As you see, Grant right there getting that extra. Watch him right there going up there, try to bring it up, and he was hacked on the way up right there. Grant's at the line.
Foul was called on Gillis of Newcastle. Grant Smith.
Oh man,
misses his free throw.
That's his Achilles heel right there is his free throws.
Grant hits 72% of his free throws, which is not great, Ron.
Right. Well, he was at 65, 66 when he had his broken hand, so he has improved.
Yes.
But he, but what can you say? This kid has just played a phenomenal game tonight.
Absolutely. Second free throw is good. 18 points for Grant Smith. There's a long shot by Newcastle. Missed.
Oh,
Nice
good shot.
turnaround jumper put up and in by number 33. That was Pearson. As the buzzer sounds, and we played 3 quarters here tonight in this sectional title game at Newcastle Fieldhouse. The score after 3, Connersville 45, Newcastle 30.
Well, you see
Let's
the
take
janitor
this
coming
break.
back.
Let's take this break on the TV3 Game of the Week. We'll be back with the final quarter right after this.
Bigfoot or
play basketball.
boy foul.
8 minutes to go in this sectional title game from Newcastle. Grant Smith brings the ball across the timeline. for the
Noah's going in.
Spartans.
Oh,
Noah Belt is in the game, tries a shot, missed. Foul called, and it will be on a Spartan.
yeah, I'm not sure who it is. It hit him right in the face. Oh, it's Noah. Noah took the kid's face off.
It says on Belt. I thought
Yeah.
Noah was in there trying to
Well, he shot it and then missed it,
shot,
and then,
okay.
then Gillis went for the rebound, and Noah, reached in and got him in the face.
Noah comes out, Noah Belt does, and Dalton Huffman returns to the lineup for the Spartans. I'll get this right in a minute.
That's all right.
You would think this late in the season I would,
Oh, no, I
would
still-
have these names right.
I see Bo down there limping a little bit.
There's number
that was a
4
good
driving
shot.
around the
Yeah.
Spartan defense, going in for a good layup, Andrew Garrett.
Yeah, we have to remember that this team is still hungry.
Absolutely, they're down
Yeah.
by 13, but that can vanish in a hurry.
Yeah, that's right. So, we still have to earn it.
Spartans need to play smart basketball.
Yep. Eat some clock.
Yes, that's important. Here's Silcott driving the baseline, putting it up, missing. And the rebound goes to Newcastle.
Ooh, I thought Garrett was going to
I
get
did
called
too.
there.
I thought he bumped the ball.
That was
to-
that was a beautiful
Four,
play.
Jim Garrett again for the Newcastle team, and he was fouled.
Yeah, that kid's the smallest kid on the floor, and he took things in his own hands, and Grant's being called.
He makes a free throw. They'll be within 10 points.
Yeah, that's, again, we haven't won anything yet. We just need to relax and calm down and, get back to what we did best. But, again, the third quarter started off this way where Newcastle came out a little hot, and then we, took it back over. So we need to do that right now.
Free throw is good. Now Connersville ball being pressed full court. Smith is the ball handler. Will be bringing it across the timeline. Feeds to Huffman.
All right.
Dalton Huffman, nice score.
Yeah, that was a nice inside there from Dalton.
Nice feed to him.
Yeah, very nice feed.
Here's a long shot
That's
from
way
out,
off.
missed by Newcastle. Newcastle guy grabs the rebound and puts it up and in, and that's Gillis. Teams trading baskets here. Gillis has 12 points for the Newcastle squad.
Yeah, it was a very, very, very smart play for Grant to just go ahead and let him score. No sense in calling the foul.
Need to score. There's Silcott, Graves.
Yeah, we're eating clock now.
Phillips.
We're playing keep away,
Yes.
as we should. I mean, as
Well,
we should.
absolutely. Eighth and clock now. Spartan fans encouraging the team. Huffman pulled out. Spartans working their weave pattern. Smith.
Oh, wow.
I thought he's going to try for a three-pointer, but decided not to. Here's Phillips.
Okay, that's not good.
Losing control of the ball, and Newcastle
Let him go.
picks it up. And there's put up and in by Newcastle's Pearson.
Yeah, they're within 8. So again, we came back on them here back in December or
Spartans
January.
lead is 8. The Newcastle fans stand up to give their approval as a timeout is taken.
we had a timeout like this during the second or third quarter, and it lit us up, so we need to get lit up.
It's a full timeout called by Connersville. We'll take a timeout on the TV3 Game of the Week.
The Hope Center offers a baby boutique store where our parents can shop for items for their children that they have earned with Hope Bucks through our Parenting with Hope education classes. If you are interested in participating in Parenting with Hope, please contact the Hope Center at 825-1244 or visit our website at hopecenterconnersville.com.
Five and a half minutes left to play, and it looks like Bo Isaacs might be returning to the lineup, Ron.
Yeah, Bo is trying to walk it off a little bit. He's off the side, and he's trying to build it back up. Not sure if it's a knee or if it's an ankle, and he's actually, I think, who knows what it is. He's jumping up and down. It could be a hamstring. I'll talk to him after the game and find out. That kid, we need him in there.
No, he'll remain on the bench for right now. Spartans basketball.
We've just been out hustled this quarter so far. We've just been out hustled. We need to get the hustle back.
Huffman goes to Silcott. Here comes Garrett across the timeline. They feed in the corner to Phillips. Shot is missed.
That's our ball.
And the rebound knocked away by a Newcastle player, Spartan ball.
A Newcastle player not liking that at all. Not sure if we got a replay on that, but definitely that clearly looked like it was our ball as we see it come up here. Now Bo Isaacs is back up.
Number 52 back in the lineup for the Spartans, and Huffman will go out.
He's got to feel real good, and he's tender on that left leg.
Underneath to Smith, nice inbound pass to Grant Smith, goes up for the score, and the Spartans go back up by 10.
I like that, but I'm worried about Bo with his. But, just his presence in there is enough to light us up as, he's gingerly on one of his wheels.
Newcastle ball batted away. A nice defensive move by the Spartans, but it went out of bounds. Newcastle will have the ball in play at their end of the court.
Bo's playing on pure adrenaline right now.
Spartans had a lead of 15 as we started its final 8 minutes. It's down to a 10-point lead for Connersville, and Newcastle has the ball.
Nice.
Oh, bad inbound pass. Nice steal by the Spartans. Up court comes Connersville. Silcott will move it into front court. And the Spartans, let's see if they go into the weave again, Ron, to eat up some clock. We're down to 4:40.
Playing that way is what got them back into this ball game. I just say if we can, that's fine. We're at 4:31 to go right now. Oh, that's nice. He's going in.
Down.
He fouled.
Misses. The shot was fouled. Garrett will be at the line.
Well, that's almost a guarantee, too. He's almost at 90%. And, he's one of those guys that anytime he gets the ball, he sees an open shot, he's going to go in.
Third foul on Gillis of Newcastle. Team's sixth. Free throw good by Silcott. As we mentioned, he shoots 85% from the free throw line.
That kid never bounces the ball, so we got something going on here.
Making a lineup change.
Yeah.
Number 33 will go out, and number 20 will come in. Williamson comes in, and Pearson goes out for Newcastle. Meanwhile, Silcott fires the second free throw, and a rare miss by Garrett. Newcastle with the rebound. Down by 11. Now it's 8. It's a number 10. It's a three-pointer pro edge. 6 points for the junior for Newcastle.
I tell you what, I'd love to see Bo hit one from outside.
Silcott, the ball handler. Isaacs, the near sideline, almost pushed out of bounds, it looked like, out to Smith. Spartans control the ball. Under 4 minutes left to play in tonight's game. There's Smith driving down, feeding underneath to Graves. The layup good. Foul is called
I'm not sure what they're calling on that.
I'm not sure either what's going on.
Yeah, they're calling Grant right there.
They did not.
Oh, he walked. He ran into the guy. That's what happened.
Did not count the basket.
Yeah.
Score stays at 50-42.
Yeah.
More action here at Newcastle in this sectional title game. Right now, we'll take a stop on the TV3 Game of the Week.
Looking for something exciting for your family to do? Explore the skies at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force and climb aboard our Space Shuttle exhibit. Free admission and free parking, open 9 to 5 every day. Visit nationalmuseum.af.mil.
We are returning to action here at Newcastle. There was a medical emergency. Apparently it's been resolved, and it's play basketball, and Newcastle, trailing in this game, has the ball.
Yeah, they made a nice comeback. You know, I mean, they haven't really gotten, you know, where they want to be. I mean, 8's better than 15, but 325, you know, they need to get a 3 right here.
3 on its way, and it's
Yeah,
good.
that's within
Newcastle
5 now.
hits a 3, number 4, Andrew Garrett, and it is 50-45, folks. Spartans have been outscored in this fourth period. They had a 45-30 lead as we started the final 8 minutes. Now with 3:18 to be played, it is 50-45. Spartans has scored 5 points so far in this game, but Newcastle has scored 15 in this final period.
Yeah, it was 45-30. Now it's 50-45. And, you know, again, we're playing with nervous. I mean, you can see the finish line, and sometimes when you see the finish line, you get kind of tensed up a little bit. And that's what's happening to our boys right now. We need to relax. And, hey, you know, we've played so well so far. You know, last night we had kind of 3 bad quarters. We had that one fourth quarter that really lifted us up. We have 3 great quarters. We don't want this one bad quarter to cost us the championship.
A 5-point lead for the Spartans. They will have the ball as we resume play following the break. It'll be Connersville inbounding in backcourt.
You know, again, said it many times, you know, this is a very prideful team, Newcastle, very prideful team, Connersville. You didn't expect Newcastle to just roll on over, especially on their floor during this championship game.
A lot of basketball will be played here tonight. Inbounding come the Spartans. Belt is in the game for Connersville. Isaacs is out.
He's going to have to hustle.
Silcott
Get over
moves
the
it
line.
across the 10-second line. The
that's
official was counting them off.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Here's Silcott dribbling the ball. Goes out to Belt. Comes over to Billups. Out to Smith. We're under 3 minutes left to play. Spartans with a lead of 5. Out to Billups. Trying to take time off the clock. Work underneath. Belt goes through Graves.
It's not
He
good.
tries a shot, missed, and Newcastle has the basketball. And the Newcastle fans like what they're seeing right now.
They're loving what they're seeing. I mean, they're absolutely, positively loving it.
There's a shot by Newcastle, missed. Spartans Belt had the ball on the rebound, but stepped out of bounds. Newcastle will keep possession. A 5-point lead for Connersville.
Well, he didn't step out of bounds. I didn't see the ball. I just looked down there right when he was grabbing the ball. But
Here come the Trojans on the attack. Looking on that lead of Connersville's.
yeah, this is where the 2:13 to go is going to take forever.
A little over 2 minutes, as you say, to play. The Trojans will try a shot, which is missed. Fight for the rebound. Trojans come off
that's a
with
jump
it.
ball.
Foul called on. No, held ball. That was a foul.
I thought he was doing the held. I thought he had both fingers up.
And it's a foul.
Yeah,
On Spartan sending to the line Newcastle. Let's see which player will shoot the free throws. That foul was on Billups. Number 32 steps to the line. Gillis.
Gillis has made his last couple free throws. As you see, Bo getting ready to come back in.
Brightest spot on the floor, and now here come the 2 free throws for Newcastle. And even 2 minutes left to play in tonight's game. Free throw is good. The lead is 4. Isaac's back in, as Ron said, for Connersville. Belt goes out. Second shot is up and bounces off. Fight for the rebound. The Spartans win the battle. Silcott has it.
But there's still a big war out here.
Court. Silcott dribbling the ball. Gives to Graves at the side. Back out to Silcott. Garrett drives down, tries a shot, won't go. Fight for the rebound, and Newcastle's got it. Here come the Trojans. Number 20 fires and will miss a 3-pointer. Rebounding though is Newcastle. Another 3-point try. This one is missed. The fight for the rebound this time, and Graves has it for Connersville. 1:18 on the clock.
You only got 10 seconds.
And now a timeout is called by the Spartans as they could not get the ball out of the corner. Or is it a foul call? Let's see one.
I don't know what they're doing.
Smith signaled a timeout. Now that's what they're going to rule it.
Yeah, we're just playing like hey, we already won the title. We're playing. I mean, we're playing foolishly right now, and it's not good. Carey's got to not be happy.
Absolutely.
Nobody was there to help him out. I mean, it's like we're just hey, well, we got 30 seconds to get the ball across the line.
Yeah, it's 50-46, and 1:15 on the clock. There's a full timeout called by Connersville. So let's take this break on the TV3 Game of the Week.
I am for the child who lives in motels, cars, and shelters, now in foster care, a group home, where he sleeps not on a bed, but on a temporary cot. He is the child I am for. I am a CASA volunteer. I am you.
Timeout's over. 1 minute and 15 seconds remain in this clock, in this ball game, and the Spartans will inbound with full court pressure on by Newcastle.
We got to play like we won. Oh,
here we go. There's that long pass to Billups, and it's up and in, and the Spartans score on that play that so often we've seen a Spartan Bowl this year with a long inbound pass. There's a shot by Newcastle out. And they fight for the rebound, and Isaac was fouled by Newcastle.
I like that right there. Look at this shot right here as the janitor going for the rebound. And he just gets hacked right there in the face. Boy.
A non-shooting foul will give the ball out of bounds to Connersville.
That's Gillis's fourth.
1:04 on the clock. Smith will inbound. Again, full court pressure by Newcastle. Spartans have it up in the front court in time. Goes to Isaacs, out to Smith. Over to Silcott.
Oh, that's a foul.
Silcott was pushed.
That was a blatant foot
and
push.
Let's see what the officials rule.
Yeah, that's a crazy
it's
push
the 1
right
and
there.
1 as...
Oh, maybe not so much from our angle. Looked like
that's the 7th foul on Newcastle, so it's a 1 and 1 for the Spartans from the free throw line.
You know, I tell you, that's why we got the floor cams, because didn't it look like from here he pushed him like that, with his hands?
A couple of free throws coming up for Silcott, and it's up and good. Spartans 53 points, Newcastle 46. Silcott ready for his second free throw is up and good. Newcastle ball down 54-46, 15 points for the point guard for Connersville, Silcott.
Oh, nice, beautiful.
A foul is called on Newcastle, isn't it, Ron?
Yes, definitely a foul. Newcastle. Tyler's at the line, and I tell you, the faithful here at the field house are going crazy. They are feeling history right there. And another shot to the face.
Here is Billups at the line.
Our boys are getting blistered.
Tyler shoots 78% in free throws. He has the 1-and-1. It's up and good. Here's his second one coming up. Spartans out in front now, 55-46. Trying to stretch this lead to 10. It's up and dropped through. Newcastle ball. Trojans quickly up court. Number 4 is the ball handler. Number 10 fires long and hits a
crazy.
David Froedge. He has 9 points. I think they're all on threes, Ron.
Yeah, all threes for him. And Newcastle calls the predicted timeout.
Trojans timeout, trailing by 7 points. 36.4 seconds to be played in this ball game. We'll keep it right here as this is another short timeout. And the cheer box of Connersville is
they're going crazy. I mean,
doing his best.
Yeah, to remain sane. But when we haven't had I don't remember the last time we had a sectional title, Fran. I think it was at 97. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's 19 years.
Yeah, these young guys playing.
Weren't even born yet.
Playing basketball, right?
Oh, that was beautiful. You got to get this kid over here doing the
timeouts
flips and everything. That kid's right there.
Break from their coaches, and
that kid's an acrobat.
We have 36.4 seconds to be played in this ball game. A lot of red in the Newcastle field house tonight, Ron. These fans have really supported the Spartans all season long.
Yeah.
Isaacs will trigger it in.
Got to play smart right here.
It will be Silcott. Garrett, a full court press by Newcastle. They'll foul.
No, they're not. Well, that's a foul. Well, I tell you, we're not just getting fouled. There's some hard fouls as Tyler is dusting off his elbow right there.
They will foul, hoping the Spartans miss the free throw and they get the ball.
You fouled the wrong guy if you're expecting that. It's true. I mean, that, Fran. I mean,
Billups will be at the line for the 1-and-1. If he makes the free throw, he'll get a second attempt. Spartan fans, great. Happy to see that.
Oh, very happy to see
that. Here comes the second one for Billups.
Put it to a 3-possession game with 33.9 seconds to go.
Tyler is one of the co-captain seniors of the Spartans. The other is the other senior, Chandler Graves.
Yeah.
Here comes Newcastle trying a close-in shot, missing. Isaacs has the rebound for the Spartans. Foul called.
Janitor's going to the ball as the faithful here. They're just, they're feeling it. This is history. Again, these boys were not even alive when we had our last sectional. And the pride that the hunger that this community has wanted a title for years.
24 seconds on the clock. This is a 2-shot foul. That's the foul number 10 on Newcastle. Isaacs.
Yeah, they fouled the wrong guy too.
At the line. Again, he's an 86% free throw shooter. Isaacs at the free throw line. Shot is good. Wish I could see to these people down in front because I can't see.
Yeah, the faithful's up, and we got the camera right here.
I'm having trouble seeing the floor.
Yeah.
Second one good, and the Spartans have a lead of 10. 9 points for Isaacs tonight. The Spartan fans.
That kid right there. Look at him. He's excited. He knows what this means.
Newcastle ball, backcourt, bringing it across the timeline. Shot from out.
That kid's
good.
Unbelievable.
Who hit that?
That was number 10.
My view was blocked. Okay, Froedge. He's been shooting threes all night.
Yeah, and he's made 4 of them.
Something else. There's a timeout taken.
This team doesn't want to go away.
This is a short timeout or not because my view from the floor is blocked by these fellow standing in front of me.
Yeah, that's all right. You know, I waited 19 years for this, Fran.
18.6 seconds to go, 60-52. The Spartans ahead of Newcastle in this sectional title game. Again, reminder that the champion here tonight goes to Southport, plays the second game of the regional.
You know, this is something that's you know, again, we've waited for 19 years, and you know, it's still 18.6 seconds to go, 8 points down. You know, sectional time is when anything can and usually does happen. So you know, let's try to keep it calm as you know, we still got a lot of, I mean, geez, as long as Ogle out there, you know, but we need to get the ball to one of our free throw shooters, and that's Garrett. As you see the Duncan right there, and Russell.
Yes, Newcastle will continue to foul.
Yeah, we got to get it to Garrett, Tyler, or Bo.
Right, any of those guys.
They're going to get fouled. Or even Noah. Noah, you know, we got our free throw shooters out there right now. Yeah, he's fouled.
There we go. There's a couple of guys move in on Silcotas as he takes the ball inbounds, and he'll be at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's, you know, he makes it. It's a 4-possession game. It's pretty much over.
17.6 seconds. All that took a second, I think.
Yeah.
But it's not even quite a second.
Yeah, Garrett makes these two right here. We're up 10.
Well, free throw is good. I can see the basket, but I can't see Garrett.
Yeah, well, we got this big screen TV right here in front of us, Fran.
I know, but
it's fun watching it live, right? I know. I know.
I guess I'll have to rely on the monitor
right there,
here. Second one good.
That's a 4-point.
Spartans by 10. Seconds are 15. There's another three-pointer by, I believe this was number 20, Williamson.
Jeez, these guys
for
are great.
Newcastle. Spartan ball, fouled. Graves will be at the line. Clock shows 4.2. Scoreboard shows 62-55. And the Spartans are about to win their first sectional.
Boy, look at Chandler right there. He's loving every second of it. That kid right there, he's a senior. He's waited for this for a long time.
Yes, he does. He doesn't want this to be his final game.
No, not. Oh, Chandler.
And this is the free throw. He'll get a second attempt.
Now we got some of our kids coming in. Newcastle's bringing some of their kids
in. And the Spartans have also sent in their players. Phillips comes out. And let's see, we have Wes Smith in there, Dalton Lee, Hunter Sullenberger,
Gavin Wicks.
Gavin Wilkes. Is that all of them?
Yeah, Chandler's at the free throw
line. Oh, that's
line.
right. He'll come out in a second. He makes the second free throw. Chandler will be, who's replacing him, Ron? Can you tell?
I can't. Well, I'm looking. I'm going to try to find the screen. If we see somebody as he gets hugged,
Number
it looks
31,
like
Reveille.
Oh, Revelle's in
Braxton
there.
Reveille. There's a final shot of the
That's
ball
it.
game.
Sectional champion
by Newcastle, and the final score, the final buzzer sounds, and we have reached the end of this sectional championship game, and the final score is Connersville 63 and Newcastle 55. Just the third loss on this score for Newcastle all season long. As for the Spartans, their 21st victory and a sectional championship. And now they're getting ready for the post game. They'll be cutting down the nets. And we're going to have scoring here in a second. And we want you to stay with us here on TV3 because we want to talk to the winning coach and the players. Right now, Ron is figuring up the scoring as the final again is Connersville 63, Newcastle 55. For Newcastle, that's their 8th loss of the season. They had won 17 games going into tonight. The Spartans' record now is 21 wins and 5 losses. Ron, you got scoring?
Yes, I do. Unbelievable. Look at those boys. They are excited. They are in the history books. It's unbelievable. Newcastle Trojans. They were led by 2 players with 13 points. Andrew Garrett had 13. Mason Gillis had 13. David Froedge had 12. Spencer Ogle and Noah Williamson had 6 each. Octavia Pearson had 4. And Titan Bennett had 2 points for the Newcastle Trojans. And again, they had 33 points of their 55 was from the 3-point line as as Chandler's holding it up right there.
That's
Chandler and Tyler.
the winning game basketball and the trophy that says we are the sectional champs. And here come the students onto the floor.
Yeah, unbelievable. We've been waiting for this for a long time for the Connersville Spartans scoring-wise. They were led by Grant Smith's 20 points. Chandler Graves had 4. Garrett Silcott had 17. Tyler Billups had 11, all 11 in the second half. Dalton Huffman chipped in 1, and the janitor chipped in 9 points for the Connersville Spartans. What a great victory. It almost, it's misty right here, man. Everybody's eyes are getting kind of welled up. It's exciting. We've been waiting for a long time. What a great coach Carey Brown is. What a great teacher he is to these kids. And I'm excited to be a fan of the Connersville Spartans.
Well, quite a mob, as you can see on the floor here at Newcastle Fieldhouse. I mean, the way they rushed out there, I hope they didn't injure some of our players.
Yeah, don't want that to happen. Got to say a prayer to the fan who was taken out of here. Got to pray for her and her family.
Apparently from the Newcastle section is where the problem occurred. So we've got another trophy for the Spartans. Trophy case at Spartan Bowl.
Yeah, it's been bare.
And they're continuing to cheer and celebrate. They brought the lighters out to cut the nets down.
Yeah, Tyler's holding it up. He's loving every second of it. Look at these guys right here. The whole crowd. Tyler, I mean, it's just, this is crazy. These kids, they deserve everything that they've gotten this year. 21 victories. We haven't had 20 wins in a long, long time. And again, said it before, I'll say it again. This is a team of destiny.
The Spartans led it all stops, 14-9 at the first break. They were ahead 27-17 at the halftime, 45-30 at the end of the third period, and again a final of 63-55.
Yeah, they were outscored 25-18.
Once again, our defense held, Ron. I mean, this team came in here after scoring 80-plus points in their 2 previous games, and the Spartans, as usual, played defense.
Yep. Defense wins ball games. Defense wins championships.
Offense sells tickets, I always say.
Yeah, they do.
Defense wins ball games.
Yeah, class keeps them in the seats. These kids are classy bunch of kids.
Okay, we're going to take a break here on the TV3 Game of the Week, and when we return, we will have the winning team and the winning coach. Thanks for watching TV3, everybody. This is the TV3 Game of the Week. The 2 seniors of the winning team here tonight at Newcastle Fieldhouse, and this is Tyler Billups. Tyler, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
Chandler Graves, congratulations, boy.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
What was the turning point in this game, Chandler?
I feel like we got off to a great start in the beginning of the game, and then we just never gave up. We kept our composure when they tried to come back on us, and we made crucial stops when it mattered the most,
You had a 15-point halftime lead. Tyler, what did the coach tell you at halftime?
They told us it wasn't over. We've been in that spot before, that we were up and teams have made a run on us. So he told us it wasn't over, and we just needed to keep our composure, like Chandler said, and we came out with a win.
Is this your greatest win as a Spartan?
Yes, it is. It's amazing.
That's an easy question to answer, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
It is.
You're heading for Southport, Chandler. Quite a thrill in the regional.
Yeah, I can't wait. We're ready.
Who do you want to play up there?
Southport, let's get them.
Do you?
Yeah.
You guys are co-captains of the team. That's quite an honor for you to be the co-captains during the season. I know the younger guys have looked up to you fellows, so you had quite a responsibility.
Yeah, it's been a big responsibility. I've been captain this is my 3rd year now, and so it's been a big responsibility, but everybody's helped me out, and so it's been good.
Chandler, when did you start playing organized ball?
Kindergarten. right when you start. Yeah, just playing every year since you could. Just trying to become a Spartan one day. And
you guys are great on the basketball floor, and I understand you're pretty good in the classroom too. You're both on the honor roll.
Yes, sir, we are.
And Chandler, you're an honor roll guy.
Yeah.
What are your plans?
Probably go to IU East for 1 year to get some prereqs in, and then head over to IUPUI after my first year and study business.
Okay, good deal. Sounds like quite a career. What about you, Tyler? What are your plans?
I'm undecided on where I want to go. I would like to play basketball in college, and I want to study criminal justice and go into law enforcement after that.
Guys, it's been great watching you all season long, and I know you want to thank the fans too for following you all over the state.
Yes, thank you, all of you that came, supported us every game, win or lose.
What's that mean, Chandler, to have the stands with Spartan fans behind you?
Oh, it means everything. They're our sixth man off the court, and they matter a lot. They get us into the game, and they get us motivated more than they think.
I want to thank you guys. Congratulations, and the best of luck in the regional play, Tyler.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Chandler, best of luck to you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Our two senior members of the Spartan team, Tyler Billups and Chandler Graves, co-captains, have been big parts of the Spartan successful season so far. We'll be speaking with Coach Carey Brown in just a moment right after this break on the TV3 Game of the Week. Coach, congratulations.
Thanks. Great experience. Awesome environment here. Great support out of our fans. You know, this place erupted a number of times, and I don't know for sure, but I think we had more fans here than Newcastle did. But what a ride it's been this year. You know, the boys have won 2 championships, a conference championship, and we set as our goal at the beginning of the year, we wanted to win this thing. We thought we had a good chance to win it, and to their credit, and the assistant coaches did a great job as well. We came out and we got it done tonight.
Coach, what was the turning point in this ball game?
You know, I thought we played really good defense throughout the course of the game on a team that scored 80 points in the first 2 games. You know, Grant had a good game offensively, getting to the rim for us. I thought Garrett supported him really well. But overall, I didn't know if we could guard them. You know, they went through Mount Vernon and Pendleton, 80-some points. So I would have to say the key in the game was our ability to hold them in check. And then they hit those late threes that were tough shots that kind of kept it interesting. The other key probably is making our free throws down the stretch. When they closed it to within 4, you know, we stepped up and our kids made their free throws and got us back where it was comfortable.
Let's talk about last night's ball game for just a moment. It was a little bit of a struggle for a while.
Like we expected, Greenfield's a mirror image of us.
Yes.
They switch man-to-man. They run motion. They're very well coached, as is all the teams in our tournament. This is such an accomplishment to come in here and win this thing because of the teams and the coaching. But, you know, last night's game, it was a struggle. We got to the fourth quarter down by 2, and it was defense again. They went scoreless the first 7 minutes of the fourth quarter, and then we made our free throws, again, to put the game away. But, again, to hold them scoreless for 7 minutes was a great job by our kids.
These guys are smart kids. They're on the honor roll.
They are. They're National Honor Society students. They're heady, smart basketball players. You know, one of the things we did last night, we tweaked something, and we'd had one practice, and I thought it was one of the keys. Other than our defending in that fourth quarter, I thought it was one of the keys to winning last night's game. And we had one practice. They adapted very easily, and it really paid off big for us last night.
Well, as you pointed out, you and your coaching staff deserve all the credit in the world because this is a tough sport to coach, I think.
It is, but you know what? Like anything else, the better your kids are, the better you're going to be. And, you know, as coaches, we just try to simplify things and not get in the way and not mess it up too much. We have a pretty simple approach. You know, we run kind of motion on offense, and we try to play man-to-man on defense. So we try to be as simple as we can and not mess things up as coaches.
First sectional victory for Connersville since 1997. Is this your first sectional victory?
Actually, it's the 4th one that I've been a part of. We won 3 times at Rushville, 2 times at Connersville.
Okay.
And, you know, I was telling the radio guys, you never know when you're going to get this opportunity again.
Yes.
We got here last year and got beat, and you just don't know. There are no guarantees, you know, that next year we'll even be in the championship game. So when this opportunity presented itself, and again, we've been planning on this since the beginning of the year. We told the kids that this is something that we could accomplish, and it's great to follow through and accomplish this.
The regional looks like a tough regional.
It will be. You know what? I'm going to relax and enjoy this tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to start thinking about the regional. Southport, they're probably ranked in the top 5 in the state. We've got to go to a meeting Monday, but we're going to enjoy this, and we're going to enjoy it next week too. You know, I think this is a fun time of year. Well, we're going to go to work and practice and get ready and go in there with every intention, but at the same time, we're going to enjoy this next week.
You indeed enjoy it, and you guys have worked hard for it. And again, Coach, congratulations and thanks for all your help here on TV3's coverage.
Hey, thank you guys. It's neat, and I've said this before, to be able to go home, sit in your living room, flip on Channel 3, and watch those ball games and listen to you guys. Great experience. Great experience. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Coach, very, very much. Carey Brown, coach of the winning Spartans here in Newcastle in the sectional, is to defeat Newcastle by 63-55 score. It's been quite a thrill, and we hope you folks here on TV3 have enjoyed it. For Ron Wiley, I'm thanking you for watching TV Sports on TV3, or Spartan Sports on TV3. We want to thank our guys and gals behind the scenes. John Pazzi is our director and instant replay guy. Justin Roberts is on graphics. That's the guy with operates the scoreboard for us. Our camera folks are Devin Hamilton, Justin Jacob Blakely. We also had Sydney Toshlock Job, and Joe Minry. We thank you again for always watching Spartan Sports on TV3. For Ron Wiley, this is Fran Schulman. Good night, everybody.